All right, gang. Let's get rocking and rolling. Okay, I think everything's recording. All right, man. Welcome to our Builders Call. Man, we had a rocking time last night in Cincinnati with Andy Albright coming out. It is so much fun. We had so much fun. Man, everybody's laughing. It was just, man, off the hook. And our culture in Cincinnati is rocking too. I mean, we're having fun every hotspot. So when Andy was out, it was amped up because Andy was there, but it's still rocking when every week. And man, we're just excited to be part of an exciting meeting. And so, man, get people out. Get people out to our meeting. There's some meetings in the Alliance, and the managers kind of share the meetings that we don't really want our new people to go to. I know it's like blasphemy, but there are some meetings we do not want our new people to go to because it's demotivating and depressing, and it actually hastens people quit. They don't want to go back to that meeting. There's some meetings in the Alliance that we share with each other once not to go to. And if you want to know, if you're inviting people to a hotspot meeting and you want to know if the one you're inviting them to is one that we kind of collectively know is a good one, then we're going to endorse it. If you invite them to a meeting that we're not like too excited about, we'll let you know that too. Andy has those meetings too. He knows which ones he wants his ABTF to send him to and which ones he does not. We're trying to increase the quality of them. That's why we train. That's why we do what we do. But man, when you're building this business, you got to be careful. Seriously, if you want to grow. But Cincinnati's rocking. So anyway, I can only vouch for Cincinnati as a rocking meeting. Although I've done hotspot meetings all over the country, and man, I've seen awesome ones and I've seen terrible ones. And so anyway, so I would recommend when you're building a business to check with us before you're sending anyone to a hotspot meeting. Anyway, gang, welcome to our Builders Call. I love what Andy said about numbers being the numbers. And you guys know where I come from on teaching this stuff, right? You know, mute. So you know where I land on numbers, and you know where I land on, I like contests. I love it when we encourage people to produce more. It's part of our system is that we're encouraging people to do the best they can be, do the best they can do, be the best they can be, so they can produce for their families. We love people that make the effort and produce results. I mean, you see it by our leaderboards. Okay, but one thing that we recognize that I've always preached is that you just can't make people do what they don't want to do, and you can't stop the winners from winning. In other words, you can't stop the winners from winning, and you can't stop the losers from losing. Right? There's nothing you can do. What we do is we create this environment, this culture, which allows people to realize their potential. Okay? And as I said yesterday, I'm not going to beat potential out of you. I'm not going to beat results out of you. Come in with what you come in with. You plant yourself in the Alliance system, and then you grow or you die. And it's not my job to determine which is which. My job is to bring you in the business and plant you in and do my best to plant you well. But it's your job to be around the fertilization and the water and the sunshine, which is what we call light of day, which is called the Alliance playbook. That will feed you, water you, give you sunlight if you choose to be put in the sunlight, or you can choose to be put in the shadows where you don't get a lot of water and you don't avail yourself of the goodness of what the Alliance can give you, and then you shrivel and die. Okay, so my job is not It's up to you to be where you want to be. It's not my job to push you one way or the other. I invite you to come out into the sunshine, the fertilizer, the rain, okay? But then you decide which way you want to go. And Andy, what I loved about this activity call was that it was pure acknowledgement that it's just more numbers. It's like what I've told Patrick all the time. It's like, dude, we need more people finding more people. That's what we need, because it's the people. Like Andy said, he equated the number of people showing up to meetings to the number of applications we get, right? So we got 1,000 people coming to meetings, we got 1,000 applications. We had 1,500 coming to meetings, we had 1,500 applications, okay? Now that's 1,500 applications, not necessarily 1,500 people producing, okay? It's 1,500 applications, okay? So let's make that clear that you can predict it, okay? And so sometimes, every time I talk about numbers and predictability, I get more people wanting to recruit. And it's like, yes, please, we need more of you finding more people. But what you can rest your hat on, what you can feel good about is the predictability of the business, okay? So I'm going to share with you this spreadsheet. I've got to update it. I've kind of blown it off last 6 months because I know what the numbers are going to be. And actually, last 6 months, we kind of saw this whoosh, kind of blow up. So this is just, so I'm going to show you these numbers for my entire hierarchy, just kind of bury my soul. This is issue paid. So you can see the predictability of the numbers, okay? So if you're on my screen, this is my unique writing agent analysis, okay? And so the premise of this is that the averages be the averages. The more unique writing agents, the more production. The fewer unique writing agents, the fewer production. And the spread of unique writing agents that do amount of production is very predictable, all right? So I'm just going to show you the spreadsheet that I based my teaching on. I don't know if you guys can see it all that good, but I'm going to try to blow it up a little bit for you. So this is January 2016. I'm going to update the last 6 months when I got some time. And then text me if you got questions, because I got everybody on mute. So am I coming through loud and clear, by the way? Someone chat at me and let me know if you're hearing any echo, if you're hearing me all right. Wow, I got 20 people on this call. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm assuming I'm coming out loud and clear. Okay. So I did a study. Okay, rock on. So look, take emotion out of it, man. Golly, man, don't base your life on your emotions. Your emotions suck when it comes to running a business. You have to be totally unemotional. It's okay to be happy, okay to be sad, but don't make business decisions on your emotions, because it will always steer you wrong. Always, consistently. So some of y'all that are very emotional people, like seriously, you need to really not make business decisions based on your emotions. Oh my gosh. It is such, man. This goes back to the myth of motivation I talked about yesterday, right? So here it is, man. It's my hierarchy. I got the second largest hierarchy in the alliance, starting January 16th. Okay, and this is kind of measuring production on a production week basis. So this is on weekly production, not the calendar production. Trust me, the alliance only runs really by weekly production, but then they kind of conjure up the calendar production numbers, okay? So, but this is based strictly on the 4-week or 5-week months, all based on Thursdays. So if there are 5 Thursdays in a month, it's a 5-week month. If there's 4 Thursdays in a month, you get my drift, okay? So notice a 4-week month, January 2016, had 165 unique writing agents, okay? So look at this column right here. 165 unique writing agents, and you can see of the 165, we had 4 who did 20,000 issue paid. We had 6 that did 20,000 or more. We had 6 that did 15 to 20. We had 6 that did 10 to 15. We had 13 that did 5,000 to 10,000. And then we had 136 that did less than 5,000. Okay. Now, I've broke it down into percentages of what people do. Okay, then look, the total issue paid January 2016, a 4-week month, was 589,621. So I don't know why that total lap thing is there. I'm not going to fix that, but anyway, the average premium per app is $972.97. The average premium per unique writing agent was $35.73. The average number of apps per unique writing agent was 3.7. This is for the month, or for the 4-week month. Average premium per unique writing agent per week was $893.37. Okay, this is going back, and the average app per unique writing agent per week is 0.92. In other words, I figured out that every week we should average about 1 app. The average app, okay, look at the average app. Average premium per app is $972.97. The average premium per unique writing agent per week is $893. It's about 1 app a week. The average unique writing agent issue pays 1 app a week. So that's the January 2016. February 2016, March, you see 165, 163, 202. So we jumped up dramatically, okay, from February to March. Well, look at March is a 5-week month. So then let's normalize it to a weekly. So notice the weekly didn't change much. $751.01 average premium per unique writing agent per week issue paid. Average app per unique writing agent per week, 0.91. About 1 app. And that's when we jumped up by 39 unique writing agents, typically because it's a 5-week month. And you can see as I scroll to the right, the key number to look at are the averages here. These averages right here is what you need to focus on. So you can see my unique writing agents jumping 196, 193, 194, 187, 184, 199. Look how far I go. This is through, look, these are June 2017. Okay, through June 2017. But let's look at the normalized weekly numbers. I should write a book on this. 751.91, 818 per unique writing agent per week, 0.97. Do you see these numbers here? June 2016, 765.26 per unique writing agent per week issue paid, 0.9 apps, 850, 1.01, 837.69, 1.11, 811.98, 0.95. It keeps scrolling. March 2017, 774, and then 0.93. April 2017, 856.29, 1.08. June 2017, 622.22, 0.075. You know why that is? Because we're getting into the summer months or vacation month. Very predictable, too, what happens on a yearly basis when production and here's what I've seen, my experience for 18 years. Production ramps up from January to March, springtime. And then March to summertime, it kind of dips down, summertime numbers, and then from summer to fall, it ramps up to fall, and then fall to winter, it drops down. I call it the double hump, right? Okay, so let's take January 2016 to June 2017, 18 months roughly of numbers. Do you think that's a large enough sample size? Look, 0.98 average issue paid app per unique writing agent per week. It's like 1 app a week, gang. The average is 817.64 issue paid. The averages, and the standard deviation. Look at the standard deviation of the percentages of who does what. 20,000 above, 15 to 20, 10 to 15, right? 5 to 10 and below 5. Okay, standard deviations a measure how much that number varies. Like this is a large standard deviation and this is a low standard deviation. Let me, for all you like statistically challenged people out there, this is the mean. Okay, let's just call that 0. A tight standard deviation looks like that, the bell curve. A wide standard deviation looks like this, right? And it's measured by sigma, right? It's like the, standard deviation is called sigma. And so when you look at the standard deviation, that's tight. That means that number, that percentage or whatever you're measuring is tight. This one is large, meaning the numbers vary largely between the mean. Look how tight this is. Man, I'm getting fired up. God, if this is ever a reason to build this business, man, the predictability is the exact reason you should build it. How many unpredictable businesses out there? When you start a restaurant, it's the highest rate of failure. But in this business, when you build it on predictability of our culture, the predictability of our lead program, it produces these numbers. And it's been like this for 18 years. I've been doing it for 18 years. Check this out. Standard deviation, the category 20,000 and above, 1.19%. Where do you get a 1 to 2% standard deviation in anything? If you talk to anybody, that is like insane relative to the average. Look at this, 1.15 for the next category, 15 to 20, 1.82 from 10 to 15, 2.89 from 5 to 10, and then 3.72. But look at the 3.72 for 5,000 above, that's 77%. That's a large percentage, but relative, I mean, that means it'll typically go up to 80% or goes low 74%. Oh my gosh! This is the casino. You are the casino. You are programming a slot machine. This is a slot machine. So why wouldn't you have as many customers coming into your casino as possible that do this, that do this, that do this? That's what this is. This is why you need to build a business. If you want predictable income, if you want to smooth out your income, if you don't want all your production to be based just on you. And you know how you are. You're like fired up this week because you're killing it. And then next week you're depressed because you're not doing very well. And then the next week you're up, and the next week you're down. And the next quarter you're up, and the next quarter you're down. And you're basing your income on your freaking emotional state? Oh my God. So why not diversify on a bunch of people's emotional state? And that's what these numbers say. It says that half the time, every week, people are doing good, and half the time people are doing bad. Here's what's crazy about this, and I can track it to the NAA number, that it's different people a lot of times, like maybe it's 30% different people that pop up into that 20%, to that 20,000 or above level. It's like different people, but the numbers are relatively the same, right? Which says that some people are up, some people are down. The next week, those people that were down are up, and the next week, those people that were up are down. And then some people are average, and some will go up boom, and boom, boom. But over large group of a population, the numbers just go bump based on the numbers of people. right? So if I wanted to double my production, 231 people, unique writing agents, produce 718,000 of production. How does Alex go from 714 to 1.4 million? Ding, 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 multiply 231 unique writing agents by 2, which is 462, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's like a summary. See this summary right here? Unique writing agents to production. Do you see? There is a correlation. I mean, I just pointed out the correlation. Why do you think I wake up knowing exactly how much on February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, I wake up before the month's over, I know how much money I'm going to make. And if the unique writing agents go up, I know I'm going to make more money. Should the unique writing agents go down that month, I know I'm going to make less money. But I know how much I'm going to make. Is that crazy? So let me ask you, do you know how much you're going to make next week? Individually? Do you know individually how much you're going to make on the third week in March 2018? Can you tell me how much you're going to make the first week in June, production week in June 2018? Can you tell me that? I can tell you how much I'm going to make if you tell me how much unique writing agents I'm going to have. I know at least because I know how the production flows every year. I kind of know, based on the last 18 years, if I track March this year for the last 18 years, I kind of know. I know what July's going to look like because I know what July looks like the last 18 years relative to what we've been doing as a company. And understand this, I'm NAA, NAA is me, the alliance is me. This is just a small sample size of the entire organization. And those numbers are right on. I'm like an example of how NAA is. The way NAA goes, the way I go. The way I go is the way NAA goes. Dang. What? Why aren't you building it? Oh my gosh. Do you want your income to be totally based on your unstable emotional state? I don't know. I don't know how much more I can convince you how predictable business is. I mean, like, talk to a realtor. Hey, Mr. Realtor, how consistent is your income from month to month? You know, the ones that have a lot of listings, here's kind of what happens. It's sort of like, it really is kind of like this business in that you're going to have ups and downs in the real estate business. The question is, are you operating here at closing 10 homes a month and you're making, I don't know, $500,000? Or are you operating here going up and down, which you're averaging 5 homes a month and maybe you're making a couple $100,000? I really don't know. I don't know if that's true in the in the real estate business. But if you're averaging 1 close a month and you're doing this, how much does that suck for you and your family? Because here you closed 2 homes, here you did 0. I don't know if you do less than 2 homes. Do you see what I'm saying, right? And then, you know, these are month frequencies, or you can use whatever freaking quarter. You do whatever you want. 2, 0. These months suck. These months suck. Do you know that's you? Well, when you run a real estate agency, you've got 30 realtors out there, and your real estate agency averages 50 closes a month over, I don't know, 10 realtors, your income is consistent. Your income is consistent. You add more realtors, boom. You add another realtor to your, just put another layer of income. That's how predictable I'm sure that business is. Even with the seasonal, winter, spring, that whole, man, our business is just like that. But here's the thing, if you don't start today, it will never happen. If you're going to be in the get around to it, I'm going to build my business when I get around to it. Oh my God, you'll never do it. You will never do it. It's that, well, when I have time, well, Alex, when I get to this level of income, I'm going to start recruiting. Oh, dude, I've heard it a gazillion times before from all the agents that have quit us that have said the exact same thing. What will keep you in the business is the hope that you're going to make income when you bring people in. That hope dissipates into nothing when you don't bring people in. It's going to hit. Something good's going to happen when you're bringing more people in. You're going to find that superstar. We had this one gal, she's been with us for like 3-4 years. Her first 3 years was inconsistent. Just really, a lot of stuff going on in her life. She didn't really just start plugging in until last summer. Well, from last summer to now, she's a qualified key leader. She only came back last summer and just started recruiting, started producing. She started producing really good numbers, and then she started to recruit from zero. And now in 6-7 months, she's a key leader, a recognized key leader. If she hits it one more month, she'll be qualified because she found one really good leg, and then she had a few other legs that did a little bit. You need 4 legs. Key leader. She'll issue pay maybe $50,000 this month. Is that crazy? I mean, she has more than enough for agency manager volume. Volume is never the issue when it comes to promotions. Because she figured out that I need to find more people. I don't want my income based on me. Oh, man. I guess what I'm doing is I'm grabbing you by the shoulder and shaking you. What is holding you back? Is it skill? Is it knowledge? We can help you with that. Is it fear? We can help you with that. Right? Just start doing it. Get with me and we put a game plan together on what you need to do. And then we can help work you through those things. And I'll promise you, once you start doing it, getting little successes of putting ads out and people respond, boom, success. And then when we start talking to them, I start interviewing them. You hear me interview them and you think, golly, that's easy. In fact, Alex, you suck. I could do better than you. Awesome, I'm hoping. Boom, success, because now you believe you can do it. And then, boom, fast track. They're getting fast track. Another little success. You start getting more motivated, right? And then, boom, another success. They start producing. Okay. Now, what you're going to have to handle is people that drop out of class, because about 2/3 will drop out of class and not get their license. Okay. And then you got to handle the people that start producing a little bit, they quit. And you're going to have maybe half to 2/3 quit over the next 2-3 months. But the ones you get fired up about is the ones that fit our culture, the ones that stick. They come to things, they listen to things, they go to meetings. They love Andy Albright. They love the system. They feel good about what they're doing. They start seeing success, little successes along the way. Those little successes along the way will fuel their desire and fuel their motivation to do more and hang in there, because perseverance is the way to make it in the business. So, man, build this thing, gang. Build this thing. Gosh, I'm begging you. And we're going to show you how to do it, all right? I promise you, we're going to show you how to do it. We got guys that are doing 40 interviews a day for 2 days a week, and then they're producing the rest of the week. I don't care if you're doing 10 interviews a week. If you're doing a little something now, it's going to compound to something great later. But if you don't ever do anything right now, nothing will happen for you. You'll be forever slugging it away, trying to, anyway. You need to produce. God bless you. You do need to sell insurance. man, you've got to sell. But why not give yourself a way out, an exit strategy? Look, all the top people that start businesses start a business with an exit strategy. Alex, that seems kind of weird. Why would someone start a business thinking about getting out of it? Oh my gosh, dude. Man, go get an MBA and then come back to me and tell me what you learned in your MBA. You always got to have an exit strategy, because if you don't have one, then what happens is the reasons for your business failure, for you not to sell your business at its peak, is because you didn't have a proper exit strategy. When you have a proper exit strategy, you're going to maximize the value of your business. So when you exit, however you decide to exit, you're going to be at the top and you're going to make the most money, right? It's like selling your house when the market's hot. Man, you can sell it, take offers way over your asking price because the market's hot, right? But you don't ever buy your house. Well, some people do buy a house looking at the demographics of where they live, the projected, how many schools are being built, the average income of the people that are coming in to that county or in that area. Some people actually have a thought. And those are smart people, because as soon as the market gets hot enough and they're in a position to move, and some people keep themselves in a position to move, boom, they sell their house, boom, they made a ton of money, and then they roll that into their next house. Some people think like that, right? Some people start a business with an exit strategy already in place. What's your exit strategy? What is it? Is it to sell till you're 80? Oh my gosh. I don't know what more I can say. We need more people finding more people. And the business is there for you. Like on my agent resource folder, the shared folder, there's that whole recruiting folder with all kinds of good recruiting stuff in there. That's how I built my business the last 18 years. And I've been in the building business since 1993, right? So I've seen the power of building a team, a business team. So I didn't have all the income resting on my ability to perform. It just made sense to me. Why isn't it making sense to you? I don't know. What can I tell you? What can I tell you so that you don't have to operate on fear every day? Man, I should show you my bonus checks. I've got a whole stack of these bonus checks I get for really doing nothing. It's almost like 200 grand a year I get for just like doing nothing. Because I've built this business over 18 years. There's no chargebacks on it. Can you imagine making 200 grand for doing nothing? It's insane. And this allowed me to invest in other businesses, which I love. I love that. Leverage, it's called leveraging. Multiple streams of income, being smart, not being stupid. Golly, put yourself in a position. That's what I'm asking you to put yourself in a position. We're going to help you, right? We're going to help you. More people, finding more people. Predictable. You can take the money to the bank. Man, you just got to get it going. You got to get it started, and we're going to help you get it started. So hopefully, man, this makes sense. All right, I'm done. I'm done, man. But it's your time to get started, all right? So, man, rock on. I hope this made sense. Makes sense to me. If it makes sense to me, it's going to make sense to other people, right? So, man, God bless you. Take care.